Hello everybody, Lokimagics, another day, another video, but today's video was inspired by one simple question from Contents Gaming, and he pretty much asked me this right here. He says, wouldn't Giant Slayer be better for Apothecary because his A1 hits 3 times, so you have a higher chance of getting double procs off and putting more damage output? Now, there is a simple rule of thumb that a lot of people go by, right? If your champion only hits 1 to 2 times, go with War Master, but if your champion hits more than 2 times, go with Giant Slayer. But I never really thought about it and I never really compared it because I'm just going off of what someone told me. So in this video, we're going to test that out and see exactly which one is better. So if that sounds interesting, let's watch this video. Alright, so let's get this experiment started. So let me explain the rules. So what we're going to do here is use 2 Trundas and 2 Folies. Now this is Trunda number 1 and she's rocking this little weak shield just so I can identify them, because this one is my War Master Trunda. And then Trunda number 2 has Giant Slayer. So their masteries are identical except for War Master and Giant Slayer. And this one's pretty much naked. And this is the reason why I picked the little weak shield, because it shouldn't affect the outcome at all, right? It should be so minuscule we wouldn't even know the difference. And also Trunda has the perfect A1 because she attacks one enemy 2 times. So I really feel like this is a good champion to test those 1 to 2 time ranges when it comes to War Master and Giant Slayer. And she is fully booked out, but don't worry, so is Trunda number 2. So the results should be quite fair and really good between the 2 Trundas. Now as for the Foley, pretty much the same setup. He has a shield and he's on War Master, and then the second Foley is on Giant Slayer with no shield. So pretty much the same setup and the results should be pretty good. And the reason why I picked Foley is because he attacks one enemy 4 times. So I think that is a good champion to test those ranges, right? So this experiment, should be rather quick, but maybe we already know the results, but I think you might find something interesting here. So let's go over to Clan Boss and see what happens. So we made it to the Clan Boss, and I put Valkyrie in here because I wanted to use that counter, but also I want to mention this right here. So I got this picture from Reddit and it shows the correlation between the positioning on this screen and actually on the field, right? So I put the numbers next to them so you can see who is who, and this is also for me to keep track which champion was which, because when you're looking at it you're like, oh my god, which one has Giant Slayer, which one doesn't, right? So number 2 Foley has War Master, number 3 Trunda has War Master, and then number 4 and 5 have Giant Slayer. So this way we could keep track of them. And then at the end of the battle, it also kind of switches out a little bit, but it's still the same correlation. It's just displayed in a different way, but you'll see what I mean. So let's go there now and see how well these champions did. Not quite at the end yet, but I wanted you guys to see this so you can see, boom, look at that. They died all at the same time. You couldn't ask for nothing more. Valkyrie does have actual Clan Boss gear on, so it's going to take her a little bit longer, but the rest of them died perfectly at the same time. So these results are going to be pretty fair, pretty spot on. So I'm kind of excited to see what the results are, even though I'm pretty sure Giant Slayer is going to outdo the other Foley by a lot. And alright, so we got the results here. Foley with Giant Slayer definitely did way more than Foley with War Master, but it looks like oh, that's Trunda with also Giant Slayer did more than War Master Trunda. So that is very interesting. I didn't think it will play out that way, but I guess it did. So that is pretty cool. So in this run, it seems like Giant Slayer did better in both scenarios between attack 1 to 2 to 4 or whatever, right? So let's run this again and see what happens. So this is run number 2, and you can see that one Trunda survived a little bit longer, but they all pretty much died around the same time. So the results should be pretty fair. And yep, as we thought, Giant Slayer outperformed everybody both times, right? I mean, between the 2 Trundas it's kind of close, Giant Slayer, War Master, but it seems like Giant Slayer might be the way to go. And then on paper it might not look that way, but let's look at it real quick in the mastery section, because I think this is also a little bit interesting. Alright, let's look at War Master real quick. So War Master has a 60% chance of proccing, and the damage is equal to 10% of the target's champion's max HP. But when it comes to bosses, it's only 4%. So that is War Master. Then we go to Giant Slayer. You have 30% chance of proccing, and the bonus damage is equal to 7.5% of the target's champion's max HP, 3% when it comes to bosses. Now this 3%, 4% thing, it really doesn't matter too much when it comes to clan boss, because I think you cap out at 3%, because you're going to notice that no matter who hits the clan boss, you're always going to do the same amount between all the champions, whether they have Giant Slayer or War Master. So that 1% difference isn't even something to really consider. The only thing we need to consider here is the 30% chance or the 60% chance. And it seems like when your champion hits more than one time, it seems like it's better to go with Giant Slayer. I feel like it does more damage. We saw it, we ran it twice, and both times Trunda did better than the one with War Master, right, when she had Giant Slayer. Now of course Foley is going to hit multiple times, so the difference is going to be a lot clearer, but 1 to 2 times it seems like Giant Slayer is better. I don't know, maybe I could be wrong, but I feel like the best answer now that I'm going to tell people is if the champion only attacks one time, then do War Master, but if it attacks more than one time, we're going to go with Giant Slayer. So tell me if you think I am wrong, or this sounds right to you, or maybe this is information everybody already knew and I just didn't know this till today, which one is actually better, because I like to test out things and see it for myself, right? So I hope this answers your question, Contest Gaming. I hope this kind of clarifies which one is absolutely better, but I feel like you already knew. So, but yeah, regardless, this is the end of the video. Hopefully this kind of gave you guys a little bit more insight. I'm not even sure, but hey, sometimes it's better to actually see it than just go by the rule of thumb, right? But with that being said, I'll catch you guys later. See you on the next video. Peace. Be safe and take care.